But if you close your eyes,
hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the first episode of this new series, of this new season of the game, we talked about the new update and everything that has been added. It wasn't a big update basically, but it did add a few cool stuff and we're going to try and use that in this playthrough. And we talked about the new prison. We're going to build a female prison, which is new to me for doing on YouTube because we only did one season of this game. Although I played it a lot outside of YouTube, outside of recording. So what that means is basically we're going to build a female prison. And well, when building a female prison, we have to keep in mind that we have to have certain other stuff normally you wouldn't have in a male prison. We have to keep in mind that we have to have family cells. We have to keep in mind that we have to have a nursery, which is basically a sort of a canteen for family cells. Yeah, we have to keep that in mind because that really changes your layout. It changes the stuff. And family cells, you know, basically it's a prisoner, a female prisoner with a baby, and you know, you can't really choose when they come in. As you can see, we can't set people to come in as family cells. Basically, they're just minimum security, medium security, max security. They could be anywhere, and they could be coming in anywhere when we take in prisoners. So we have to keep that in mind, and we have to account for that. So in the first episode, we made this little layout where we're going to have sort of entrance, reception, all this kind of stuff, offices, and then have the dormitory, canteen, kitchen. Basically, a very simple way to start us off and to get the first prisoners in the prison and to start making this, this playthrough a little bit more exciting by having some prisoners in. But what we didn't do was having some family cells and a nursery. So before we actually start building, we have to plan for that because you don't want to get your prisoners in and then realize, oh, wait a sec, we have family members in here. We have to have family cells. Now, the way to probably change this up is to just make this into a nursery. Have this as a nursery. Maybe this is a. We should make it this to make it even, and then have family cells coming off that. Now the family cells I'm going to make a little bit bigger, if we can. I mean, we can have like 2 and then have a smaller one, or have something else over here. I think this will be sufficient for now. And what we can have over here is like a little yard or anything, or maybe a common room for the normal prisoners over here, so that they can use it. So this is now secluded from this area, which is, I think it's fine. I think it's cool. So we have, basically the family cells don't really need much more than a good cell and a nursery. And this nursery is actually pretty big for the amount of prisoners, but that that doesn't matter. This is all going to be temporary no matter what, because basically this is how we get our funds, and then we start building our big blocks of the prison later on. Now that we have this should be, I think we can even make this into, no, it's free. Maybe we can't make that into a family cell. Let's actually see that. It needs to be 4x4. So what we could do is make this into a 4x4, 4x4, and a 5x4. Sure, we will do it that way. So this will make it, yeah, this will make it like we have 3 cells and then a nursery, and we can even put in one more cell over here if we really wanted to, and then have this as the nursery. I think we're gonna do that, and then have the opening over here. I think we're gonna do that, and this is gonna be, I changed my mind, this is gonna be a bit of solitary, because we also need that in case of anything that could happen. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this. Doesn't look as great, but it's just an opening we had, so we can use it for that. And this is gonna be more than enough solitary for now. So with that being said, let's start working on everything. Now we have a lot of stuff. Let's put this away. So first things first, let's actually start with the fence. It's going to be the easiest thing that we can do here. So let's start off with the fence. And because we have the clock mod, this should go pretty fast, because it's not hard to build a fence, and it's not very expensive too. So this is going to be our first line of defense, basically, for them walking out of the prison. So that's all going to be fenced, and then we're going to have a jail door over here, and we're going to have probably staff doors just over here. That's going to be totally fine. And we're basically going to wait for the workmen to finish this up, but whilst they're doing that, we're going to go for our finish. I don't like auto lights, so I'm going to click that off. I'm going to put in my own lights just to be a bit more precise with where I place them. It takes a little bit more time, but I like to do that. So we will probably build this part because this is what we'll need. I'm going to pause the game for a while because I want to see what we can do now. So this is the part that we actually definitely, well, actually maybe we can just build everything. Not sure how much that will be. I think that's gonna be yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of money there, but we will be fine. And we put a jail door in as an entrance, and I'm hoping we can actually build some stuff. We have to go for these first 2 grants to make this work, because if we don't do this, we will not have enough money to finish everything. And this is going to take a while because all the other guys, all the workmen, are busy building the fence. So, okay, we can sell this one. That one log that was just laying there. Apparently they forgot about it. We have some lights over here. They will probably pick it up. And we found another notebook page. Page 0. Well, that is something very useful. Normally they give you some tips and advice on how to build your prison or what to do in certain cases, certain situations. But this was a very useful title page, basically. So, yeah, not the most exciting one I've ever found. So they're almost done with the gate, so that means that it should be cracking on this one. I'm sort of reluctant to hire more of these because for now we are making a little bit of money because we don't have enough staff, and we get our, we can't see that right now, but we get sort of subsidies from the government to build this prison. So yeah, we get a bit of money now. And that's why we have, we had at the start of this episode a little bit more money than you normally start out with, because 1, we sold all the trees that were on the map, and 2, we had been running the game while we were planning this. So basically that was a way of making money. If you ever want to play with without unlimited funds but with a lot of money at the start, you can just start up the game, leave it run for a while, and you will make money. It won't go very fast, but it will be decent. As you can see, we're already on day 6, so. And that has been like 28 minutes, but that is with this mod. So we have 2 more speeds. That's why I pretty much use it. And whilst I was talking, these guys have finished our foundation. And if it all pops in, yeah, we can start working this. And in order to start, doing this right, we pretty much have to start with the prisoner area, because that is where the money is right now. We want to finish that grant because it's the best reward of the 2. And if we have prisoners inside, that means that we can actually have some stuff. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wall off all the places that we need to have the prisoners. That is what I'm going to do now. Because this will cost us money. And, money is scarce. We will do this too, because we will need the family cells. Although I'm not going to build the family cells immediately. I'm going to see, I'm going to have the spot for them, but I'm going to see if any people come in that need a family cell. It's going to be sort of a checkpoint. And there we go. So, okay, we should have some solitary at least. And we do have the money to build all these walls. It's only 100 per 2, so that's all finished. We're not going to make every solitary cell probably, but at least we have all that stuff finished. This is going to be finished later on when we actually go into the offices. So yeah, let's start designating all the rooms. So we have a canteen over here. We have a kitchen over here. For people shouting at me, you need to have a storage straight in the vicinity of the kitchen. We can always make a little storage here temporarily, but this is all going to change. So in that sense, we don't really need it right now. This is going to be a dormitory, but I'm not going to... Well, yeah, we can select this. It's fine. We can already set this. Okay, these are going to be solitary cells. These are going to be family cells. And this is just so I won't forget. Nursery is going to be, well, this area. This little area over here is not going to be anything. This is going to be the reception. We're going to have a holding cell down here. Or probably, maybe even up here, and then have this as a sort of a storage area. We could do that. And these are going to be offices, but I'm not going to set them because we still need to put in the walls and everything. And this is just going to be, well, we could make this into a storage area too. We will decide on that later. So that's going to be that. So we have the entrance area here with the double gate, which works out. Now, next thing, we're going to put in some doors. So we're going to have a jail door here, a jail door here. Staff door probably there, jail door here, jail door here. Jail door on the dormitory. Canteen, no, we're not going to have a jail door there. And we're going to have... how much are the solitary doors? They are 500 bucks. That is a bit much. So we're going to put in 4 to save a little bit of money. Holding cell also needs a jail door. We're going to have a big one just because of the spacing. And we have the cells over here. We're going to build them once we need them. Now, next stuff, lights. Let's put a light here. Let's put a light here. Well, actually... yeah, it's fine. Let's keep that. Let's put a light here, let's put a light here, that should do that. Here and here. Let's have one over here and over here. This is going to be fine. Let's leave the game play for a while though. Let's put one there. And here, and here, 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 and here. Have a few lights in the kitchen. Have a few lights in the canteen. And I know that they're not working yet, so this should be sufficient, I guess. And I have a few in the dormitory. Well, maybe we shouldn't put these in yet, actually. Because I want to have a spot for... let's keep these ones out, because I want to have showers and toilets over there somewhere. So let's put these in right here. That should be sufficient for now, and then we build this later on. We will see how the walls will set up. And we also need a light somewhere over here to, keep a little bit of light in the solitary. Now that we have that, we can set up our stuff over here, our utilities. We have a free power station, which we put in 1, and we put our capacitors. Well, maybe add 2 more. And put this in here, put in a water pump station over here, and then bring in the power over here, and inside the actual prison. Inside the actual prison, and there we go. This should light up most of the stuff. And then we have our water pump, which I like to, we can just run it through the wall, maybe. Normally I like to do it at the same as the electricity, just in the middle of the path. But for now, we're gonna use the wall here. Yeah, that seems right. And we still have 22,000 to go. Now the yards, we can basically make this into a yard and then delete it once this is almost done. So what we should do is we have the holding cell. We should finish the holding cell. That's very easy. It needs a bench and it needs a toilet. It needs a bench and a toilet. That's it. It doesn't even have to be connected to the toilet. So that's that. We have that one done. Now a shower, we could put in a yard already to just get rid of the requirement. Yep, that's done. Kitchen and canteen. Now that costs quite a bit of money. I'm hoping we can pull this off. So if we have a serving table here, a serving table here, put a staff door in here, basically go for probably 1, 2, let's go for 4 cookers and 2 fridges, and then a sink. And then hopefully that will work out. We need the utilities to make it work. And then we have the sink here. So this is going to be the kitchen. I'm hoping that this is going to work out. This should be enough for at least some prisoners. Now we have to plan this out a little bit. How are we going to place our tables? Are we going to place them like this? Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to do that. I'm thinking it's just gonna be like this. It's gonna be a very simple prison. But I want to invest in a metal detector here because this is a part of the prison they always come by. So this is a very good spot to have a metal detector, and they don't have any way out of it, you know, besides going through the metal detector, which is always a good thing. And we need all these tables because we're gonna have a dormitory, which is, you know, a lot more prisoners than normally you have in just normal cells. So that is done. We only need a shower now to finish this up. So what we could do is just build a little shower head over here, build a drain. I don't even know if we need to have a drain there to have a shower. It doesn't even have to have a drain. So that's it. Dormitory. We can set this back to dormitory. Oh wait, sorry, no, we can't do that. We will build a shower here. And now we have to hire two guards and 2 cooks. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna cost us some money every day, but we have completed our grant. Now with that grant money, we can finish up the dormitory, get our first prisoners in, and we can always set this to, you know, dismantle and dismantle this bench. This can stay open for now. We don't have to have the yard anymore, so we're gonna remove it. We're gonna replace that somewhere else, or we're gonna fix, you know, we're gonna think of something else for that problem. So for now, what we're gonna do, we have to plan this out. So we're gonna have to have a shower. So I'm thinking something like this could be a shower area, and then we can have toilets over here. I think that should be sufficient. Toilets, if we do a row here and a row there. It isn't even, but to be honest, I don't really care. We don't need as many toilets as showers, so we're gonna do this. And the drain, I want to have the drain, thank you. We're gonna dismantle that and we're gonna place that at the entrance there. So that's basically what we're gonna wait for. And now that we have this set up, we can place our lights in here. That should be sufficient. That looks fine. And now that we have all this done, we can place a row of shower heads here and a row of shower heads here, and we can have a drain. So that's the shower done for the dormitory. We can place a few toilets here, which that, you know, will also be done. Can place this here and this here. Let's make a sort of connection there. If someone of this breaks, then we at least have that connection still going. And that's still a shower, so we need to change that. This needs to be a dormitory. This needs all to be a dormitory. So dormitory, the only thing it still needs is a bunk bed. But if we only place bunk beds now, they will be pretty unhappy. We also could take another grant, by the way. So let's do that. Let's do staff wellbeing initiative. We have a staff room, right? Oh yeah, the staff room would be that one. This would be the staff room. So yeah, we are gonna do that. We'll take that, and we're gonna hire more guards when we are gonna get our first prisoners in. So that's gonna be fine. We're still making a little bit of money, even with the staff that we have now. But we are building, so we're making money per day like this. But we are fast blowing through our money right now. So we have to get our first prisoners in. So this dormitory, what it needs is bunk beds. How many places do we have? We have 4. This is basically 8, 16, so this is 32, and then some more. So we have 48 places. Well, that's not going to happen. We're going to not have 48 prisoners in this one bunk bed area, but that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and it doesn't space well, so we're going to take these out. 1, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So if we do this twice, we will have 28 prisoners. If I count it correctly, that should be a decent total. That should be a decent total. Yeah, we're gonna have 28. I think that's enough to make some money. So the rest of the space we're gonna utilize to make them a little bit happier. So we can put a pool table over here and place one next to it, and then we can have a sort of a seating area over here where they can just sit down and relax. And they can have a radio here, and they can have some TVs. Well, let's actually place the TVs over here. that sort of doesn't space out well, so we're gonna put it like that. Yeah, it's not the best, but you know, what can you do? We're gonna have a few phone booths over here, and should we give them some weight benches? Yeah, why not? We give them some weight benches, and some bookshelves, of course, because some of them would like to read. Let's have a bookshelf over here, and let's have bookshelves over here, so they can, you know, take it to the toilet if they want to. Take them to the toilet if they want to, I should say. And that's gonna be it. The only thing we need is probably we'll need a place to leave our garbage. So let's put a garbage can over here. Yeah, this place is getting very foul, very quickly. So one thing I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna put some concrete tiles over here, so that we can move a little bit faster there. So that's that. We should finish our reception before we get any prisoners in. So that requires an office. Let's put the office like right here, and then have the chair there. And then we need some tables. Now, I like to put in quite a lot of tables because that sort of, I have the idea you can have more clothes than for prisoners that are coming in. This part is going to be a staff room, and we're going to just have that open. We don't need a door there, but we're going to furnish that later on. So that's going to be it. We have the dormitory, we have the kitchen, the canteen. This should be it. So let's hire now a warden. Okay, we then need to build our offices. We do have a little bit more money to do that. So we could do this and make this happen. Build the first office, and that should be it. Think we can do this. Have a staff door here, have a staff door here. Put this as an office. And this all will be office, but we will just copy it over. So we will have a light in there. We will have an office desk, a chair. It's going to be a very simple office though, and a filing cabinet. That's going to be done, and we're going to hire our warden, and that's it. So now we have to open up our prison, fill capacity, regime. We're going to set the regime. It takes a while, not really much of a time. So what I like to do when I'm making my regime, I just like to set everything to free time and then go from there. And then sort of, you know, start to measure what they need to do. So I want them to sleep for like 8 hours, but I want to eat at 7 a.m. And 7 p.m. 2 hours so that they can get in if they have anything trouble. If they are in solitary or whatever, they still can get maybe a meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 hours of sleep. Once they wake up, they have some lockup time. And once they go, well, they have some free time before they go to sleep. Because what tends to happen, if you give them lockup time over here, they will tend to go to sleep straight away, and they will be awake like over here. Which doesn't really matter, but you know. Then 4 hours of work or free time, 2 hours of free time, and then again 4 hours of work or free time. We're going to be very lenient towards them because these are just minimum security prisoners. They have low sentences, and you know, we just want them to leave. The only thing we still don't have is a parole for them. Now, I'm not going to get a parole straight away. We're going to see how stuff works and then see you know, what we'll need. Whilst we're waiting for them, we can now set our finance research to go on and our maintenance research, because I definitely want that, and our security research. So yeah, we're blowing through our money quite fast, but we're going to finish some of these grants whilst doing it. So that's pretty good. And we have our first prisoners incoming. So this is our buzz of prisoners. We have 24, so it's probably good if we hire a few more guards. We have 5 guards now. And this is our intake. All these, oh, we have a family cell. So Candy Conigan, age 33, she has a daughter of 0 years old. She will need a family cell, but that is going to be something we're going to do in the next episode, because we're already over the time limit of this episode. So I'm just very excited to be back. So I tend to play and not watch as at the time of the recording. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, and if you did, then please leave a like and or subscribe if you haven't. And as always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.